My beautiful people, welcome back to yet another video where we are going to go over some great job opportunities for you today. We are going to start off with this premier Fortune 500 company, which is Boeing. And Boeing is the company that makes a whole bunch of the planes that you, me, and a whole lot of other people travel on when you have to fly. Boeing is a premier airplane manufacturer, and they do have hands in a lot of different aspects of the airspace. Okay, so we're going to get into several of the roles that I do have with Boeing. Definitely, if you're interested in any of these roles, hop on them quickly. Y'all know they go very, very fast, so make sure you get over and you apply as soon as possible once you are able to see all of the roles. Also, stay tuned. I am going to go over higher tier roles, also lower tier roles, and what that means is I'm going to go over some roles that may require more education or experience, and then I'll also be going over roles that are more entry level and have a lower entry barrier to get into the role. So I'll have something for everybody. Just make sure you check out each role so you don't miss out on one that might be a better fit for you. All right, so let's get into the very first role that I do have with Boeing. This one is the senior airline operations safety support core team role. It is the field service rep role. Now this is a hybrid role. If you're not interested in something hybrid, I do have something that's fully remote with Boeing, but I did want to bring this one to anyone who is looking for something and you really don't care about whether or not you have to go in here or there. You'll be working from home majority of the time, but you may have to go in here and there. But you're looking for a job where you really will be with a really great premier company that you can put on your resume, right, for years to come. And they really can provide you with really great benefits and knowledge. If you're looking for that, this will be a phenomenal role for you. So we're going to get down into some of the information about the role. So several of the benefits that they do initially provide you with is just really great incentives and compensation. You'll also get life insurance, career advancement, financial and well-being benefits, health and well-being benefits like your medical, your dental, your vision, those kinds of things. And then they're really big on building community. Now for this specific role, here is the actual job ID, and it is out of California. Okay, so you will need to be within California state. If you're not, do not fret. I got something for you. We have other roles that are completely remote. You can also check out my previous videos from this week that have other roles in them and see if any of those roles are a better fit for you. Now, getting down into some of the specific responsibilities about this specific role. Now, it does say here that the home base work location will be Seal Beach, California, and you will be definitely traveling. Okay, so you will have required domestic and internal traveling. However, when you are home, you will be working directly from home. Okay, so keep that in mind when you do have to travel. You know, you'll be traveling, but when you're home, you'll be working from home. This is a really good role for anyone who wants their company to pay for their travel, right? And really be able to travel the world on a company's dime, but also just having a really great premier company on your resume and in your background. Okay, now being a part of the safety management systems department, you will be traveling on site to work directly with airline partners to help support and advise them on mechanic and engineering operations. You'll also be supporting airline personnel and leadership to help mitigate airline maintenance and engineering personnel to evaluate different plane performances. You'll be covering, and your focal point will be really reviewing and talking about related items for anything that falls under the operational safety support avenue, and really just making sure that the planes are safe to fly. You'll also be tracking deployment of engagements and support team and managing rotational pools of evaluators. You'll be developing and maintaining strategic support plans. You'll also be analyzing existing data to plan and execute operator support engagements. Now, they do have here that this position is a hybrid position. You will be required to perform some work on site at one of the listed location options, and that will be based on the hiring team. They also do have here that you do have to be a United States citizen in order to apply for the job. They are not going to sponsor applicants or anything of that nature. Now, the basic requirements is having a bachelor's degree or higher or equivalent work experience, okay? So you don't need the degree if you do have equivalent work experience. They're looking for 5 years of experience or education directly related to the airline operations. So management control center, flight operations, line maintenance, and engineering, planning, parts, and quality assurance, MRO operations, those kinds of things. If you do have 5 years of experience within any of those specific lines of business, then definitely you still can apply for this role even if you do not have the bachelor's degree. All right. Now, they do also have here that you will need to be flexible to work various hours, support evenings and early morning customer teleconferences, and be available by phone 24/7 as needed. So keep that in mind. This is a higher tier role where you will be interacting with people on a daily basis, and you are responsible for safety, right? So you're responsible to make sure that the airlines understand what they need to do when something goes wrong with the airline. Make sure the mechanics that are provided there have the right education to make sure that when they're working on these planes, that they're working on them in a correct manner so that when they go up in the air, they come down fine, right? Just making sure that the safety part of your role is always taken care of. Now, they do have here just willingness to be able to travel both domestically and internationally within short notice and for sometimes in extended periods of time, depending on where the safety need is. So this is really for someone that may not have like a family that's looking to travel and looking to have a job pay for their travel domestically and internationally. If that is you, hop on this role, okay? You must be able to either possess or obtain a passport as well. So either if you have a passport or you have all your credentials to be able to obtain one, you can still apply for this role. This role does support domestic and international travel 50 to 75% of the time. It will be work from home. They'll probably give you a laptop where you'll be working out of, but you will be traveling a lot. So keep that in mind. This is a travel role. Some of the preferred qualifications that they do have here is having an airframe and power plant license. It is not required to be current, but if you do have a license, that's a plus. If you don't, they'll get you the license. These are just extra qualifications that are great if you have them. If you don't, it's fine. They also have here just experience working with a remote team, being familiar with the SMS and QMS processes. If you do have experience building and presenting plans or recommendations to airline customers and executive leadership, that is also a plus. Being able to communicate really well and effectively with airline personnel is a really great trait to have. If you can demonstrate that you're a team player, that you also have technical writing and presentation skills, and also just having basic knowledge of airline safety practices, that is great as well. Okay. So they also have here just typical education and experience. Their typical acquired education is a bachelor's degree and typically 10 or more years of related experience or an equivalent combination of education and experience. If you do have a master's plus 8 years related experience or 14 years of related work experience, okay? This position offers relocation based on candidate eligibility as well. And then they just have here that this is a drug-free workplace. The shift, you will be on the first shift, so that normal 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You might have to answer emails or answer a call here and there after that, but for the most part, you'll be on that first shift. This role is paying really, really good, of course, because you're traveling, you have to be in the air, you have to go talk to different people. This is more of a leadership role, so it is paying anywhere between $103,000 up to $140,000 annually. So if you're interested in this role and you do have the background that suffice for this role, definitely get over and apply. Once again, here is the job ID with Boeing, and this is the Senior Airline Operations Safety Support Core Team Field Service Representative role, and you would come and you would apply here. Now, the very next role that I do have with them is the Customer Support End User Support role. This is a virtual role anywhere that you sit within the United States. And moving down, you do get those same benefits with this role with the comprehensive compensation and incentives. You get the life insurance, you get career development, financial and well-being benefits like that 401k. You get the health and wellness benefits like your health, your vision, and your dental. And then they do also promote really great quality community building within Boeing. Here is the actual job ID for this specific role, okay? And moving down into some of the specifics of what you'll be doing within this role, you'll be using your critical thinking and innovation problem solving skills on a daily basis. You'll be serving as a key technical support expert to their customers by troubleshooting complex application and data issues. You'll also be collaborating with teams across the company, including the project management and development team, as well as the engineering team and incident managers on resolving complex issues and software bugs. You'll be responding to inquiries, answering questions, and guiding internal and external customers through specific procedures to ensure the highest quality software performance and department goals are met. You'll also be entering information into their customer resource management tool in order to ensure that they have proper tracking and can pull reports and review data, and these systems will be within their ServiceNow and Zendesk. Now, they do also have occasional off hours and weekend work may be needed, so keep that in mind when applying for this role. And then this role does have the potential to travel 10% of the time to support customer training, so you may have to travel here and there. It's not going to be a whole lot of the job, but it may be required here and there, so keep that in mind when applying. This position is a fully virtual opportunity and will not require the selected candidate to relocate, so it is fully remote. Now, this position also does require the ability to obtain U.S. security clearance, okay, for which the U.S. government requires U.S. citizenship. So keep that in mind when applying. You do have to be a U.S. citizen, and you cannot have anything on your background because you do have to get U.S. secretary clearance, all right? You will be working with a lot of classified information regarding air transit information. So they want to make sure that you can get that qualification and that classification that you're going to need. It also does have here an interim and or final U.S. secretary clearance post start is required. So you will have to go through that process prior to you being able to start this actual role. Then the qualifications that they have here is just being proficient in Microsoft Office, Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. Also having experience in training and having 2 years of customer interaction or customer facing or customer service, customer relations skills. Now, moving down into the preferred qualifications, these are a plus if you have them, but you do not need them to get the role. If you do have 8 to 10 years of transportation software experience, that is great. If you have prior military, DoD, or transportation employment, that is a plus. If you have experience creating or maintaining end user documentation, that is also a plus. Now, typical education, this is just something that they put down to let you know what they typically see with a lot of their applicants. The typical education and experience that they do see with applicants is having a bachelor's degree and 3 or more years of experience, or a combination of equivalent education and experience. If the person does have a master's degree, it's normally 1 year or more of related work experience. But once again, you do not need that. Don't look at that and say, oh, I have to have 3 years of experience and a bachelor's degree. No, these are the actual requirements for this role. Do not get hemmed up in this. They're just letting you know typically what they see, but you don't need that to get in this role. These are the requirements that you need. And then down here, it just talks about relocation assistant is not a negotiated benefit for this position because you will be working from home. They have a drug-free workplace. This shift for this position is the very first shift. So you will be working 8 to 5 or 7 to 4 or 9 to 5, those kinds of shifts. Now, getting into some of the benefits that they have here, they do have the health, the vision, the dental. They also have flexible spending accounts, healthcare savings accounts, retirement plans, life and disability insurance programs, and a number of different programs that provide both paid and unpaid time away from work. This specific position is paying anywhere between $60,000 annually and $85,000 annually. So it's paying really good for it to be a remote position with a premier company, and you also get those premier benefits. So once again, if you're interested in this and your background does align, definitely get over and apply. This specific role is the customer support end user role with Boeing. And here is the actual place where you would come and you would apply. Now, the next role that I'm going to get into is with Progressive. If you don't know what or who Progressive is, they are a nationally known insurance company, and they really do specialize in auto insurance. Okay. Getting over into the first role that I do have with Progressive, this one is the claims adjuster bodily injury role. And then getting down into some of the specifics about this role, the duties that you will have to do is manage lower severity bodily injury claims. Because this is not a senior role, you won't be really handling a lot of the complex claims. You'll be handling more of the lower severity or lower bodily injury claims. You'll be investigating, evaluating, negotiating all claims to their resolution, and ensuring accuracy and timeliness of all payments. You'll also be evaluating the exposure and maintaining accurate reserves on all claims. And what that basically means is being able to properly project. They do train you on this. You will have proper knowledge of how to do all of this, but it's basically being able to project and budget out how much money you think you need to put aside for this claim to bring it to closure. Okay, so looking at medical bills, looking at how much treatment they're doing, attorney costs, all of those things allows you to kind of like project how much money you would have to put aside. And that's what a reserve is, being able to put money aside to be able to use that money to close the claim. They also do have here another duty that you will be doing is you'll be documenting claims and updating them on a daily basis. All right, so keep that in mind. The qualifications for this role is 4 years of related work experience with 1 year in claims handling. Okay, so you do need to have some type of background, even if it's like 4 years in customer service and 1 year in an insurance company or understanding the claims process, because you might not be in an insurance company. You might have had to handle claims for your employer or for something else, right? But just knowing the claims process for a year, that's what they're looking for. Now, if you don't have those qualifications, I do have something more entry level that I am going to go over coming up next. In addition to that, look at the previous role with Boeing. That is a lot more entry level and does not require this much experience. Also, make sure you check out previous videos from this week that may align better with you and your background and where you want to go. And also make sure you're a part of the tribe by subscribing to the channel, clicking that notification bell on and clicking all, so you can be notified each and every time I drop new videos with brand new roles, as those roles may align with where you want to go within your career a lot better. And we don't want you to miss out on a phenomenal role that really aligns with you and your lifestyle, right? So make sure you're a part of that family by subscribing and clicking that notification bell. Now, if you are looking for something that's more of like a side hustle or something where you can enhance your skills in the digital marketing space, definitely go down in the description box and click on the free training to really find out about the opportunities to really enhance your skills with digital marketing and being able to really earn an income from home. Here on my channel, y'all know I try to give y'all as many ways as possible to be able to make an income and generate income from home. So definitely check out everything. Now, getting down into more of the qualifications that they have for this role. If you don't have the work experience, you can have an associate's degree and 3 years of work experience with 1 year in claims. If you don't have an associate's, but you have a bachelor's, they're only looking for 1 year of claim handling experience. Now, getting down into some of the preferred skills, if you do have prior liability and bodily injury claim handling experience, it's a plus. If you have experience handling commercial auto claims, that's a plus. If you're able to maintain and obtain all necessary adjuster licensing, that is a plus. Being able to develop strong business relationships to ensure high quality service is provided, that is also a plus. And being able to manage a diary in a virtual environment or claim system, that is a plus. And if you don't know what a diary is, that is literally just notating. And a diary is set up like a calendar. In the claims world, they just call it a diary, but it's basically a calendar where you're able to look at what needs to be done. You do whatever task needs to be done in the claim, and then you literally set a reminder going forward on a calendar to recheck your diary. Okay, so if you didn't know that, that's a little education on what a diary is. Getting down into the compensation for this role, it is paying anywhere between $51,000 up to $68,000 annually, and you will be eligible for their gain share bonus bonus, which is up to 16% of your eligible earnings based on a company performance. Okay, so really great bonus structured annually. A lot of bonuses you might get like 3%, 5%, 7%, up to 16. That's really great. They are paying a really nice hourly wage as well for this to be a basic claims role. Okay, so definitely hop on this if you do have prior claims experience. If you do have experience, always negotiate yourself, negotiate your rate, get in there and show them what you're working with so you can get more coins. Coming from a human resource background, I can tell you now, the amount of money that you do see on a job posting, they normally do budget for more. So go in, be confident, negotiate your worth, and get more coins. Okay, I'm all about making sure y'all are paid, and those coins are lucrative. Okay, so definitely go in with that knowledge and be confident and negotiate yourself and negotiate your rate. Getting down into the benefits, they do offer you really great benefits with a 401k with dollar for dollar company match up to 6%. You'll also get that medical, dental, and vision and all of your free preventative care as well. You'll get the wellness and the mental health programs as well. Healthcare flexible spending accounts, healthcare savings accounts, and life insurance. You'll get paid time off, short and long-term disability, parental and family leave, military leave, and pay as well. They do also care a lot about diversity and inclusion and welcoming different cultures with employee resource groups. They also do have here career development and tuition assistance. All right. Really great company, really premier company, really sustainable company. Progressive has been around a long time and they're really a great company. So definitely, if you're interested and you do have the experience and education qualifications, get over and apply. If not, we're going to check out these other roles. But once again, this role is the claim adjuster bodily injury role. Here is the job ID and you would come here and apply right here. Now, the very next role that we do have with Progressive is their call center representative role. Here is the actual job ID for this role, and getting down into some of the specifics for this role, you'll be supporting customer inquiries and insurance policy needs by answering questions regarding coverage rates, billing issues, and general policy reviews. Okay, now that is for the customer service representative. They do have these other roles within their customer service department, but for this specific role, it is really highlighting this role right here, this title, and these job duties. That's what you will be doing on a day-to-day. The qualifications for that role is having 2 years of post-secondary education or higher. If you don't have the 2 years of post-secondary education, at least having 2 years of work experience. All right. Now, if you don't have either one, definitely go back and check out the previous Boeing customer service or customer support role. That one does not require as much experience needed in order to get the role, but definitely if you do have at least just 2 years of experience, doesn't matter where it's from. You could have worked at a daycare, you could have worked as a crossing guard, you could have worked in a small coffee shop, doesn't matter. They'll combine all of your experience into one, but they just want to make sure you do have some type of working experience where you had to work with people and interact with people on a day-to-day. Now, their training starts in September or October for this role. So they are hiring for future roles. This will be great for anyone trying to get some things together before you actually start working if you're not looking for something that starts off immediately. I will say within these roles, they do train you really, really well. So initially you will start off with training. And let me just say this, in the insurance industry, I am an advocate for it. It will take you a very long way, especially if you do not have a degree. If you don't have a degree, the insurance companies are a definite way of being able to get in, starting off with something entry level, getting trained really, really well, and then being able to move up the ranks, and not only move up the ranks, but move up the ranks really quickly and be able to do a lot of different things and venture out. Their training is A1. I'm telling you now, they train you like nobody's business. Okay. You will have so much knowledge just coming out of this role that you can kind of go so many different places. So don't sleep on the insurance industry. I'm trying to tell you, they are really great for entry level if you're trying to really update your skills and really gain that knowledge to be able to take it somewhere else. This may be a great start for you. Now, they do have here that most schedules will include a weekend day. So one weekend day, either a Saturday or a Sunday, and you may also have to work evening hours hours after completion of training. So keep that in mind. It may be that you're working like a 9 to 6 shift or something like that. So keep that in mind when applying for this role. This is work from home, so they do have a work from home workspace requirement, just making sure you have a free from noise and distraction workspace. And you're going to need that hardwired internet because they are going to provide you a computer that has to hook up to an actual router or modem. All right. And you'll also receive all of the actual hardware that you're going to need to support your everyday work life. Okay. Besides the desk, they're going to provide you with the computer, the mouse, all of those kind of things, the keyboard. The compensation for this specific role is anywhere between $19.50 up to $21 per hour, depending on the role you are selected for. You'll also be eligible for that gain share bonus up to anywhere between 8% to 16%, depending on the company's performance. You'll also be eligible for an additional 10% when you work evenings or weekend hours. So that's great as well. They're not just throwing you to the wolves and saying you have to work these weekend hours. They're going to pay you. They also do have here a performance-based rewards, and then they will also offer you an additional dollar per hour if you are fluent in English and Spanish and you're hired into a bilingual role. So what that means is the $19.50 will go up to $20.50, and then your $21 an hour will go up to $22 an hour if you're bilingual. Now, their benefits, you will get their comprehensive 401k with the dollar for dollar company match up to 6%. You'll get the medical, the dental, the vision, their wellness and mental health programs, flexible spending accounts, healthcare savings accounts, life insurance, paid time off, paid and unpaid sick leave. You'll also get that parental and family leave, the military leave and pay, and the career development and tuition assistance. So if you're interested in this role, definitely come over and apply. Once again, this is the customer call center representative role. Here is the job ID with Progressive, and get over and get this job. Y'all know y'all gotta hop on them quick because they go fast. All right. Now, the very next role that I do have with Progressive is the bilingual call center representative role. This is very similar to the previous role. Here is the job ID. The difference is it's just bilingual. All right. Now, for this role, here are the actual requirements for this role. You'll be taking inquiries on insurance policy needs by answering questions regarding to coverage rates, billing issues, and general policy reviews while offering additional products when you see fit. Now, for this role, you do have to have the 2 years of post-secondary education. If you don't have that, you will need 2 years of work experience, and you do have to be fluent in being able to speak and write Spanish and English. This role, the training does also start in September and or October of 2023. And then with this role, you must also be able to work at least one weekend day, so either a Saturday or a Sunday. And you may also have to work some evening hours, so you might have a shift from like 9 to 6 or something like that. So keep that in mind after your training is finished. The work from home office requirement is just that you have a workspace that is free from noise and other distractions, that you do have that hardwire internet that is plugged up to a router or a modem, and that you can connect all the computer products that they provide you up to that router or modem to be able to do your daily jobs and tasks. All right. The compensation for this role is $19.50 or $21 per hour. You will get that additional dollar per hour for being able to speak English and Spanish. So really your rate will go up to $20.50 per hour up to $22 per hour. They also do offer you the gain share bonus, which is anywhere between 8 to 16% annually, depending on a company's performance. You'll also be eligible to get an additional 10% when you work evenings and weekends. So they're not just throwing you to the wolves when you do work that one weekend day or if you have to work weekends. And you will also be eligible for performance-based rewards. You'll also get that comprehensive benefit package with Progressive for this role, which is the 401k, your medical, your dental, your mental health plans, your flexible spending accounts, paid time off, paid and unpaid sick leave, parental and family military leave as well, and also that career development and tuition assistance. So moving on up, once again, this is the call center bilingual Spanish role with Progressive. Here is the actual job ID, and here is where you would want to come and apply. I hope that these jobs helped at least one of you see what opportunities are out there and help you land your next remote role. If these jobs did not align with what you're you're looking for currently, definitely hit me up in the comments and let me know. In addition to that, make sure you check out my previous videos from this week. Look out for my YouTube shorts as I will be posting additional roles there. And make sure you're a part of the family by subscribing to the channel, clicking that notification bell on and clicking all, so you can be notified each and every time I drop new videos with new roles that may align with you and what you're looking for on a remote basis a lot better. I would hate for you to miss out on something that's so great for you, what you're looking for, really pays what you're looking for, and has the benefits that you're looking for, literally just because you were not a part of the tribe and you did not subscribe. Let's not make that happen, okay? Make sure you're a part of the family so you can get on these jobs as they are posted. If you are looking for something to make some money from home and to learn new skills within the digital marketing space, definitely check out the free training down below in the description and take the free training. I'm telling you guys now, it will open up more possibilities to be able to work and make money from home and actually also gain the skills that everyday people that make money from home have. I'm trying to make sure that y'all have every single avenue available to you to make money from home. So definitely check that out as well if you're interested in learning something new in the digital marketing space. Until next time, make sure you continue to reach for those career goals and you continue to thrive. I will see you guys in the very next one. Bye.